Alright, welcome back everybody. This is Black Moon Escape and they have done another update, midweek update. So I'm going to select the Mist Gauntlets, the repeater rifle, and the new weapon, the Typhoon Blade, which was my recommendation. And it's going to help definitely with speeding up the map and just with movement across the map. So I'm going to have the Mist Gauntlets, my primary weapon, in the first position. And here we got the speed boost. You want to, if you do like 2 runs, you're gonna have to unequip it and then re-equip it just to get it to reactivate. That's one little glitch that I found, but all in all, not a big deal as long as you know that. This room here, fairly self-explanatory. Try and reload your Mist Gauntlets between every room as the door opens. If you've got time, select a buff. Hopefully you can switch to your Typhoon Blade between all the rooms. And it's really handy here because you should be able to jump up and do that and just cover some ground, make it a lot easier. So we got 8 guys in this room, we've got 2 in each of the corners. Reload the Mist Gauntlet and away we go. Now you want to try and position yourself, obviously with the Mist Gauntlet, you want to try and get every enemy in your field of view so that the Mist Gauntlets can, you know, take effect on all of them. So you want to try and maybe walk around in a certain angle, hit them at a certain angle so that you capture everybody on screen so that obviously you can damage them all more and do it quicker. Always get that little glitch there, but no biggie. And that was very quick. Might as well grab that coin. Great addition for new players. Those coins and those random weapons from the boxes and stuff breaking, especially early on in the game. It's going to really help players progress, keep them interested, and make the game more fun and enjoyable. So again, switching to the Typhoon Blade. We want to jump up here and get the boss. I probably jumped a little bit too late there to make a perfect sort of landing. I was probably in the air a little bit too long, so that's another little optimization you could have made. Now yeah, this room is kind of a bit of a make or break room, I believe, for a speedrun because the enemies are spaced out. You want to try and, you know, do it as efficiently as possible. But that was quite good. Every time you go on these grinding rails, you're going to have to hit your sprint button. As you can see, it just activated then. Because every time you jump onto a new rail, the sprint isn't activated. Make sure with those 2 guys up the top that I got first, that they both spawn before you do your first shot so that you can get both in the one shot. I'm always trying to switch between the gauntlets and the Typhoon Blade just to make movement a little bit quicker. So as you can see there, switching to the Typhoon Blade and just bursting through that pipe. Now in this update, they also fixed these pipes. What they would have done in the past, they actually deactivated the speed buff because of a sort of interaction with Nitro. You want to get rid of these guys because they will come up the stairs. So if you get rid of them while they're downstairs, it just makes it a lot easier. Now what are we going to do? Switch to the repeater. Unfortunately missed 2 shots there. There we go. If you get a headshot, that'll be a 1-shot kill. This room you can use the repeater to get rid of these guys upstairs if you want, or you can just go ham and go in. It depends how much regen you have and how much life you have. It can be a little bit risky, but yeah, I think we do a little bit of both here. Last 2 enemies under those stairs. Jump up. Now with this here, you can skip this. The qualification for finishing this room is just to kill the boss. So you want to try and get a shot on her, get a bit of damage before she throws the boogie bomb. And we just did it in time. She threw the boogie bomb just before she got hit. So that's kind of funny. That's the first time it's ever happened. And the turrets I've noticed since the update, for some reason, I don't remember the turrets ever sort of being locked in on me. And as you can see, they're hitting me there. In the previous update, I don't remember that laser sort of being locked on. So it is what it is. I guess it makes the run a little bit more fun and exciting. Now what am I going to do here? I'm just going to play conservative, get rid of it. Because we're doing okay so far on this run. So get rid of that so I don't explode. Because I have huge damage, It also means if I explode, it seems to also be huge damage. I kind of stuffed up a little bit here. I normally take the second rail from the left. So a little bit of a stall. We're sort of making it up as we go here. I don't think it ended up too badly. Want to switch to the repeater. Try and get a headshot on the boss. I think I can one-shot kill him with a headshot. Unfortunately, missed a few shots. Got frustrated. Switched to the gauntlets, which isn't so bad. That room was it was decent. Now there's going to be two guys downstairs. There's going to be the two upstairs. You want to get them with the repeater. So just loading that up, waiting for them to both sort of spawn, lining up my aim while it reloads. Trying to get them all sort of in one shot if I can. Trying to get a headshot there. Then we've got the bug to go. Now you can use the Typhoon Blade to do like a double jump. And that was pretty well timed to get that second jump to jump through the exit. I like to stand in this room away from the kind of entrance sort of area and over here because there is a poison flower that can kill you, and it just did in my last run. And I actually started to record a commentary for it and then realized, oh damn, this is the run where I died to the flower. So here, to get rid of the turret, you can use the mist gauntlets if you want, but it's going to blow up and knock that opponent over. This room here, you sometimes get a straggler that sort of spawns in a funny place. I think this is the most efficient way to do it because just downstairs you're always going to get those two there. But sometimes one of them spawns in a funny place. I think maybe this one does. No, it's just that guy. But sometimes you get one that's in that middle level, kind of halfway, just jumping in the corner, which can be kind of frustrating if you're having a good speed run. But as long as you're aware of it, you can sort of position yourself so that you can sort of deal with it as soon as it happens, type of thing, rather than thinking that you've finished the room and having to go back. So I'm looking for two enemies left because I know they're going to be the bugs. Get rid of them. Switch to the Typhoon Blade, perhaps. No. I want to get rid of these guys. Now, there's some guys up the top here. Missed a shot there. Get rid of the Spire. Just takes 2 shots. There's going to be some guys with the lasers. Unfortunately, they jump down. So I'm just going to mis-gauntlet them so that I'm not wasting sort of time. Plus, I don't have a close quarters weapon apart from the mis-gauntlets, and I don't want to use my repeater. Switch over to the Typhoon Blade, which is real handy. Jump up here. Try and reload the mis-gauntlets if you can, which I didn't. So I may need to sort of reload them a little bit early. I like to get rid of these bottom guys if I can. Usually the boss is upstairs, so you're kind of safe. Get rid of these guys. Okay, the boss has gone all the way over to there. Now, I think something funny is going to happen here. No, that was on a previous run. On a previous run, I thought I saw the boss over there, and then I went over there, and the boss was kind of behind me, so I don't know what happened with that. Try and grab the stairs and jump up the stairs so that you're saving time. Typhoon Blade here, save time, cover distance. Got 3 guys here. Probably reloading here would have been good, because I'll probably have to reload with an enemy on the screen. Wasn't too bad. Get those 2. You don't have to go around the stairs, you can just jump up. Probably just playing it safe and doing it that way. And the boss has a bit of health. And this is the second last room before the main boss room, which is kind of frustrating because in previous versions of this game, the boss that's sitting on top of the mountain or the pillar, the rocks, whatever you want to call it, sometimes that didn't spawn. Probably more often than not it didn't spawn, but as you can see, those shield balls, it throws those shield balls, and it can be super frustrating because if you have the repeater rifle, which I usually do, so you can see there it got me, to shoot at the spire, I'm like pretty nervous here because I don't want to get into the ball and kill myself, because if you use a repeater within that shield ball, you'll die. So I'm just playing it a little bit differently than normal. I normally wouldn't shoot it there, so I've got 1 left. Now I sort of stuff around here because I realize I've got that boss on the cliff there that I've got to get, and you know, this is only the first time I've ran the map in this way, so I don't even know how long it's going to take. I'm not even aware of the time. I don't know if if I'm over 11 minutes. We did a little bit of a stuff up there, so with additional runs we can improve that. But overall, 9 minutes 40. I think if I grind it a bit, I could probably do 9:20. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.